Hello, welcome to Tumaritis village. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell.
One day, Petrick and Garing went to the city to shop. Petrick was accompanying Garing to find a birthday cake for his girlfriend. Petrick said,
"It's nice living in the city. Everything is available."
Garing replied,
Yes, it's nice, but everything has to be bought. In the village, if you want to eat, you can just take it from the fields.
Petrick said,
That's true. Hey, is the cake shop far or close, Reng?
Garing answered.
Don't worry, it's close, Trook.
Petrick said,
So, who are you buying the birthday cake for, Reng?
Garing replied.
Mind your own business, Trook.
Petrick said,
For your girlfriend, right? Wow, you already have a girlfriend, Reng?
Garing answered, laughing.
Better than you, who still doesn't have a girlfriend until now.
Petrick said,
Ah, your face looks just like mine anyway.
Garing replied,
No way, you've got a long nose like a carrot. I don't.
Petrick shot back.
True, but your nose looks like a tomato, round and big.
They finally arrived at the cake shop. Garing went inside while Petrick waited outside. After a while, Garing came out, and they hurried home to their village, Tumaritis. On the way, they chatted. Garing said that city life was different from village life. The city had too many factories, making the air hot and polluted, while the village air was still clean and cool. Petrick listened carefully, but Petrick argued that in the city the roads were well paved, while in the village many were still dirt roads that turned muddy when it rained. Garing admitted Petrick was right. Not long after, their motorcycles suddenly broke down. Petrick told Garing it stalled and asked him to get off. They pushed the bike while searching for the nearest repair shop. During the search, Petrick told Garing that if the repair took too long, they'd have to walk home. Garing said, "That's too far. Isn't there any ride we can take?" Petrick answered, "No, but let's see if we can catch something on the road." "All right," Garing agreed. They eventually reached the repair shop. Sure enough, the repair would take too long. They had no choice but to walk home. As they walked, they looked around for any vehicle heading to Tumaritis. After a while, they saw a pedicab stopped in the distance. They approached the driver and negotiated for a ride to their village. The driver agreed, but said they'd need to take a shortcut to get there faster. Petrick and Garing agreed. They took the shortcut, surrounded by rice fields and mountains, without realizing night had fallen. The pedicab driver said,
If it's past 9 p.m. and we're not across the bridge that connects the city and the village, the bridge's ghost guardian usually appears.
Garing said,
Then we'd better hurry, sir.
Got it.
replied the driver. Garing asked,
We'll reach Tumaritis before 9 p.m., right, sir?
The driver replied.
Don't worry, we should arrive by 7.
Petrick added.
Good, that's a relief.
The driver pedaled as hard as he could, but strong winds and heavy rain turned the road muddy, slowing them down. Garing said,
At this rate, we might be late getting to Tumaritis, sir.
The driver replied.
Hopefully not. If we reach the bridge before 9, we'll be safe.
Petrick added.
Yes, hopefully.
But their hopes were wrong. When they reached the bridge connecting the city and the village, they saw a ghostly figure standing at the far end. Garing said,
We're late. What do we do now, sir?
Just pretend we don't see it, the driver said.
They continued forward. As they crossed, they pretended not to notice the ghost and managed to pass by. But then they saw its eyes pop out of their sockets. Terrified, they heard the ghost laugh,
Fresh prey.
and it shot up into the air. From above, the ghost said,
Where do you think you're going? Pretending you can't see me,
Petruk looked back and shouted.
We're being chased, sir.
Garing looked back too.
Pedal faster. Don't let it catch us.
The driver pedaled harder, but the mud and rain made it nearly impossible. The ghost landed on top of the pedicab, laughing wildly, then pulled out its huge eyes and held them in its hands, terrifying them even more. With its strength, it ripped off the pedicab roof, then grabbed Garing and carried him into the sky. Petruk screamed,
Garing!
Then he told the driver,
Sir, take me to my father Seamar's house on Tawan Street, number 11.
All right,
the driver replied. At Seamar's house, Seamar was enjoying his coffee when he heard loud, frantic knocking. It was Petruk's voice.
Father, help me!
Hold on, Truk, Seamar replied, walking to the door. What's wrong, Truk? Seamar asked. Petruk answered.
Garing was taken by the bridge ghost.
Seamar said. How did that happen? Petruk replied.
It's a long story, Father.
Never mind. Let's save Garing, said Seamar.
Ready?
Petruk replied. They quickly got back on the pedicab. On the way, Samar asked why the pedicab roof was gone. Petruk explained that the ghost ripped it off and took Garing away into the sky. Cold and wet from the rain, Samar told the driver to pedal faster. Then he said, That shameless ghost, ruining this man's vehicle used for work. He'll pay for this. They arrived at the bridge and saw the ghost in a white gown on the other side. The pedicab stopped, and Samar got out to confront the ghost, demanding Garing back. The ghost laughed and said Garing was already dead, and now it was Samar's turn. With lightning speed, it carried Samar into the sky. Petruk was shocked, holding his head.
What do we do now, sir? Who else can help us?
The driver said,
All we can do is pray. Hopefully he can defeat the ghost.
Hopefully.
Petruk replied. Meanwhile, in the sky, the ghost carried Samar. Samar demanded, Where is my son? If you don't tell me, I'll destroy you. The ghost answered,
I drowned him in the river.
Furious, Samar recited powerful mantras, then swiftly grabbed and plucked out the ghost's eyes one by one, leaving it blind. Screaming in pain, the ghost released him. Samar fell safely to the ground, while the ghost crashed down, clutching its ruined eyes. Samar landed unharmed. He ran toward the ghost, reciting prayers. Placing his hand on its head, the prayers ignited the ghost in flames until it turned to ashes. Meanwhile, Petruk was shouting, searching for Garing and Samar. Soon he saw them by the riverbank. He rushed over and asked about Garing's condition. Samar said Garing was only unconscious and could still be saved. Petruk felt deeply grateful that they were all safe at last.